Hello and welcome everybody out there in D&D land. I hope you're having a fantastic start of your weekend. And yes, I know I keep repeatedly fucking this up. I should just get myself two screens. That's how I'll stop doing the eyebrow camera and the beard camera. But before we jump into the action today, if you do enjoy this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are more than happy to have you here enjoying and following along with us as best as you can with as much content as we provide. If you are interested in watching us live, you can check us out over at twitch.tv/ProDMJoey. And if you are interested in joining any of our campaigns like this one, you should reach out and let me know. We do have open slots available inside of our community, and we'd be very happy to have you follow along with us and join in on some of this action inside of this living universe that everybody gets to enjoy oh so much. And without further ado, hey, Oana, tell us that recap thing.
So last session, we started off with getting rid of that rune-shot Goliath that the party had encountered in the previous session. And then we started making our way towards the tower. We came to a somewhat impassable series of ravines in the mountainside, and Oana got across them by using gaseous form, while the rest of the party decided to use, I guess, a more normal approach by creating a Santa sleigh from nothing and then flying it across the gorge using animate objects. So thanks, Alistair. But after they got through that, they were officially at the sort of cyclone that was surrounding the tower, and using a bow and arrow, we attached a rope from our end to the interior of the cyclone, and used that to sort of pull ourselves through it. There was a few points of exhaustion gained through that, but we eventually made it through. And then we saw the interior of the cyclone, which was the remnants of this massive tower. And after a bit of cursory investigation, we ventured inside and found a room with 8 separate antechambers that each housed an activatable portal to some other place, each with a different climate. We fiddled around with that room for a while, discovered that the control for it had a limited number of charges, and so once those were used up, we used that opportunity to get in a long rest and continue on through the tower. A couple of us nearly died in that room, but we managed, of course, to survive. And then we made our way deeper into the tower by descending through the stairs that were created whenever you activated that orb that controlled the remaining 8 rooms. And we entered a new chamber with a hole in the center that leads to some sort of space below, and then more rooms, which I think there are also 8. Yes, 8 rooms here as well. And they began just exploring. There's tapestries on the ground.
One correction, there's 9 rooms.
9.
8 surrounding the center. 9.
Oh, okay, yeah. Center room surrounded by 8 rooms. And then we began exploring. There were tapestries on the ground written in Old Goliath that was similar enough to Giant that Alistair was able to make out some of the words. And right when we were beginning to investigate, was it Taryn and Kai that went into the centipede room?
Kai was beginning to, but Taryn's the one who went in.
Yeah, so Taryn went into the centipede room, and apparently the centipede room did not like that. And so now something weird is happening.
Yes, it is. And I would like you all to roll me initiative. As you stepped a little too close into this room, Taryn, and that figure that was attached to the back of the wall begins slithering, snapping, and breaking forward, and you see this bipedal creature made completely out of bones, its body stretching backwards like a serpent, all the way through this entirety of the room, and it starts lunging and crawling towards you like the predator.
Cool. It's all my fault then. I got it.
I'll roll your initiative, guy.
And we did great on initiative. Well, Snake's okay, but
I did shit on initiative.
we all did shit pretty much. I don't know. Most of the party did shit. Half the party.
I also forgot to click my token and then rolled the same number.
Yeah.
If it's meant to
Like
be.
is a good start.
So are we all fresh off of a long rest?
Yes. And you're not exactly here yet. You'll get here soon.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I didn't keep you just... Actually, no, fuck it. You were following everybody NPC mode. Just now you're
Okay.
finally paying attention.
That's fine. I mean, you all know how he is. He's pretty easy for him to not pay attention.
Alrighty. So, everybody. Sneak. You are
Yeah.
completely unaware that anything is happening right now.
Cool.
You are looking at your room, debating on going forward, checking everything out, and your passive is not high enough to hear this creature breaking out of its shell.
That's rude. What is it? It's this room though, right?
No, it's this room up here. That's why you don't.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I don't know shit.
Yeah.
Sneak's gonna just sort of keep wandering around. This room looks interesting.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look at that. Pretty little butterflies flapping around. This place is cute.
Yeah, it's cool.
Kai. Ah! Go ahead, your turn.
Snake! As is Terran in front of me right now?
About 20 feet in front of you. And then there's that creature crawling down the hallway towards you.
I'm feeling protective, so I grab her shoulder and pull her back.
Okay. Taryn, are you willing?
Yeah.
All right, I'll roll a d2 to find out which one of you it's going to attack. So that's a 2. Kai, as you move 20 feet forward, grabbing Taryn, you have a total of 50 feet, so 30 remaining, 15 extra. You are going to try to move back out of its attack of opportunity range, and the creature is going to attempt to bite you. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
You will suffer 30 points of piercing damage,
Holy.
and I need you to give me a dex save. DC 18. You rolled a 10. Taryn, as he grabs your shoulder and tries moving you out of the way, the creature shoots its neck forward, envelops over top of Kai, and you see him moving through the bone-like structure as he is now swallowed by the creature.
That teaches me for helping you out, Terran.
Like, this is the last time Kai helps Taryn.
I'm surprised
I'm
you
getting-
did this time.
All right, Kai, that was your action to try to help move Taryn. You're now inside of the creature.
Yeah. It's dark. Can I teleport out?
It's dark inside of the creature, but your teleport, you need to see where you are going. You are
Yeah.
blinded and restrained inside of this creature.
Can I hit out or anything? I can hit with the bonus action.
Only if you use your
Okay.
action to hit.
Action the first time. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Alrighty. However, you do have total cover, if that helps at all.
Cool.
Alrighty. You continue getting swallowed by the creature, moving through its bulbous body, and you start feeling a heat somewhere in here, as you're moving closer and closer towards it. Now it is the creature's turn. Hi, Taryn. Holy shit, you rolled a 1 on your initiative? Oh, you only have a +5, that's why. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Taryn.
Mm-hmm.
The creature is going to reach one of its long claws out towards you and just rip across your body with it.
Okay.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. you are going to suffer 25 points of piercing damage. And
I'm going to uncanny dodge that.
Perfect. As its hand continues moving all the way through you, one of the bones snaps and sticks inside of you as the creature now has an offhanded grip on you and you are grappled. Yep. So that was the creature. Now that it's moved this far ahead, it looks out here where it sees that there are more things to eat. However, it's going to start with you first. It's picking you up and shoving you down its mouth as a bite attack. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
30 points of piercing damage. And give me a dex save.
And I already uncanny dodge, so
Yeah.
I'm going to use my game advantage.
Okay. DC 18.
Already occupied.
Taryn, you are now swallowed by the creature.
Okay.
Cool.
And Taryn, like, hugging it or something.
Alrighty. So, as all of this has been happening, you absolutely hear Taryn. Please don't whistle directly into the microphone. It hurts our ears.
My bad.
As the creature is fighting and swallowing Taryn, the last thing you hear is and all of you hear this now and are aware of what the fuck. So, Awana, your turn.
I will cast Greater Invisibility on myself and start, I guess, investigating what that sound was. I'm in this hall, so I can move 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go here. Do I see anything from here?
Do you see anything? I mean, you hear, but you don't see unless you have line of sight. We have line of sight for a reason. You can rotate yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Taryn, you are blind and restrained inside of this creature.
Okay, can I pull out my crowbar and try to, like, wedge it into the throat so I don't go down any further?
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
I'm going to make this a contested strength roll against the creature.
Okay, and this will be my bonus action. because
Interact
of
with an
the
object? Yeah.
16.
Well, it has a +8. And that is a 12.
Oh, jeez.
So
Okay.
as it is trying to flex its throat, you wait for the perfect moment to just wedge it in there and hold on instead of falling any further in there. You can see kind of in front of your face as this skeletal structure is like snapping and trying to grind and move you, and you also feel that intense heat coming from somewhere further inside of its body.
It's kind of like below her or something.
You are 15 feet below her, but you can't see anything because you don't have a crowbar.
Crowbars are known to give you better vision.
Yeah. I'll say because of that, you can only one-hand things right now, but you're not restrained. You're kind of stuck in this area. If you move any further or deeper in without this contraption in the way, you're probably going to be restrained again.
Okay, then I'm going to, I would say that I'm less than 5 feet away, so that would be disadvantage on a...
Yep.
So I'm gonna pull out my dagger and just go to fucking town on this.
You do have a dagger. Go for it.
I have several daggers.
Surely you don't get disadvantage for firing a weapon at something you are inside.
It's mostly like trying to wedge a place where you can do it with the kickback without throwing it off. Like, it's still disadvantage.
And I'm not
from
losing my gun down the throat of this thing.
Oh, come on. It's fine.
20.
20 hits.
Okay. And I do not have the fire augment in there, but I do have sneak attack.
Yep.
So 19.
Let me see how it feels about... Oh, yeah, that's normal damage. No special resistances or anything. You stab into the throat of this creature, and you hear its throat, like, vibrate around you, and as you pull the dagger out, it seems mildly perturbed.
All right, so second attack.
Yep.
Damn it!
This time you... damn, it's hard to stab into bone.
All right, action surge.
Yup.
Because I want out of this thing.
24 hits. For 9 damage. You only sneak attack once per turn.
Yep.
So that's
And
a
then-
total of 28 damage so far?
Yep, and then one more.
All right. Uh, 26 hits for another 8 points of damage. 1, 7. 20. Alrighty. I have to give this creature a con save now. Because it has taken a total of 30 points within 1 turn.
From inside.
It rolled a 20. Yep, you're still in there.
Ah!
Oh, wait, the con saving throw is 21. Hey! Hey, Taryn. You lost your crowbar, but now you're thrown up by the creature. And Kai, you were drug another 10 feet back up the creature.
So
Sweet.
Gross.
I will shout into, like, as I'm being vomited. Kai, there's a wedged a crowbar in there. Get your hands on it.
Kai, you hear crowbar. But yes, you are prone on the ground, however, Taryn.
I firmly grab that shaft.
He's good at that. Alrighty, Tempest.
So Tempest saw Terran get swallowed.
And then thrown up.
Right.
Don't step in this inner circle, by the way. If somebody accidentally does that, they will fall.
Oh, okay. I
Just,
tried not
yeah.
to.
It's
All
a hole.
yep.
It's a big hole.
right. And so Tempest also saw Pride run down here, and so he can kind of assume the same thing happened to him, I would assume, although he's not very bright. So can Tempest try to jump down this thing's throat after Pride?
You
go.
want to willingly jump into its throat?
Yeah, could he jump into its throat and try to grab onto Pride, aka Kai?
As your action, give me an athletics check to try to climb into its mouth.
Kai.
Internal monologue of centipede creature. Well, this is narrow.
Whoa, wait. How much did you move? That's 10, 20. Yeah, you could try to climb in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Athletics check.
Athletics for my action, you said?
Yep.
Please be good. Please be. Oh, mother ass.
You run in front of it, you go, eat me! Eat me! And it's still throwing up, so it looks at you kind of...
So that was his action? Damn.
Yeah.
So I guess I should probably move a little closer.
Yeah.
So then could you can't hold a bonus action. Damn it.
Nope.
Damn it. Okay.
You could quicken spell if you want to try something like that.
Right. The plan was to jump in, try to grab a hold of Kai, and then dimension door out with the quicken spell.
Yeah, that's not going to work right now.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do for your turn?
Nope. He's just gonna he's just gonna look at it and be like, eat me, bitch.
Alrighty.
That'll be his turn.
Alistair.
Time for an experiment.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna close my window first.
Thank you.
A lot of wind today. Anyway, I'm going to take 2 steps in the line of sight of this thing. Okay, then. That's a bit different from what I expected.
God damn it.
I'm going to hold up my holy symbol.
Tempest, mute, please. We hear whenever you move your microphone.
Sorry.
I'm going to hold up my holy symbol. I'm going to say, well, hopefully this doesn't count Kai in there as well. And I'm going to cast Banishment.
Oh god.
Roll the spell in chat, please.
It only says 1 target.
True. Roll the spell in chat, please.
Sure.
You attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence. The target must succeed a charisma saving throw or be banished. If the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demi-plane. While there, the target is incapacitated. The target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space which is left. If the target is native to a different plane, banished, the spell ends 1 minute. It says nothing about being worn or carry, only about creatures, which means hopefully this works.
DC 17.
I was seeing because he is technically being carried in the stomach, but it says nothing about being carried. It rolled a 17 minus 3.
That's a fail.
Are you gonna banish the creature I'm inside?
Yes, but you'll get left behind.
Hopefully.
So,
Thank you.
you all watch as Alistair slams his hammer into the ground, reaches it up, and says, "Begone, thought!" And it disappears from sight very quickly. Kai lying on the floor, gasping for air, and your crowbar, ding, 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 right there.
Oh god, somebody please pick him up.
That wasn't so bad.
All done, Alistair?
See yourself.
Slightly real at the smell.
Okay. Sneak.
They just come like running round the corner, like so ready to save everyone, and I just see Kai covered in like stomach juice, dripping on the floor. Karen's fine, and the whatever the fuck monster was killing everyone is gone. I'm like, what the fuck happened? It took me 6 seconds to respond to this, and everything's over? What?
Alrighty. Now, for the sake of saving time, what's everybody doing over the next minute?
I could use some healing.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Offering moral support.
Tempest will just flash her a quick smile as she regains 3d6 hit points with his celestial light.
1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Oh wait, celestial light. Oh, that fails.
What? What?
You try summoning up your celestial might to
healing
share with other individuals, and your light is snuffed in this room.
Oh, fuck.
Oh god, this wizard was like a neckbeard atheist.
Age
yeah,
of
that's
Arcanum.
new. Sorry, Thunder. I tried. I don't know what happened.
I will second wind myself.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Alistair,
in my tower.
Oana was saying something?
Alistair, do you explain what you did to the creature?
Well, it didn't look... Well, I just thought that, it's a giant thing with a person not native to it inside of it. And I just said goodbye to it and sent it to a demi-plane for about a minute. So,
So
if this
wait.
thing is not native to this plane, it will be gone forever. Well,
So it's
forever,
coming
in
back?
air quotes. Maybe if it's from this plane. So I suggest you move out of the way, Kai.
Yeah. Tempest is going to take 2 steps back and will like run down the clock, I guess. And at like the 45-second mark, he will cast mirror image on himself.
Alrighty. Everybody else's last minute preparations?
Is-
Moving the fuck back.
Alrighty.
I'm moving a bit further up.
Now,
Yeah,
as
I'm gonna.
as you're all moving into that region and area, you do watch as that room over there begins crumbling and disappearing.
Okay, moving
This room?
back.
Hey, Jero, is where I'm standing bright light dim light or darkness?
Bright light.
Okay.
There's a giant open sky illuminating upwards. All right, so any other last-minute preparations? Mirror image?
I'm gonna use my ring to summon my Shadow Blade.
So last-minute preparations, so you do that last minute.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Like,
Anybody else?
The last possible second.
Exactly,
I will
yeah.
also hide around the corner.
I'm
Okay,
gonna cast freedom of movement on myself.
okay.
I assume I only get one spell off.
You have a whole minute, so if it's not concentration, you can prepare whatever you want.
Okay, so he will do Tempest will do mirror image ahead of time, and then the last second, right when the new guy says that it's about to come back, he will twin cast haste on himself and on Thunder.
Okay.
Karen.
What about you, Kai? Sorry, I haven't heard from him in a while.
Coughing up some excuses, he'll walk around to the side or back wherever it was. I'm not sure how long it was, and down a healing potion to try to heal up some.
Okay. So I'll roll 2d4. 7. You heal for 7.
And I'll stand at guard with my bow ready to kick the Peach's ass once he shows up.
Alrighty. Now, Alistair.
Yeah. I wanted to prepare an action to fucking chuck my hammer at it.
Okay. So, as all of you cast your spell, sit there getting ready, staring down that hallway where the room had completely collapsed, falling apart, opening up a outside platformed area, kind of like a mountaintop that you are standing on. After the minute, the creature does not return. Go ahead and remove all your spell slots with all of your prepared everythings, everybody.
Yep. Did that already.
All right.
Yeah, well, that was slightly anticlimactic. Darn.
I gave you a warning.
For you, maybe.
You weren't swallowed by that thing.
Let's not get into a who got swallowed by who competition.
That would be me and Kai. Me and Pride.
You didn't get swallowed.
We were talking about swallowing each other.
Okay.
God
Just
damn it.
stares at Terran and Sneak, just like, huh. I expected a joke.
Probably not the best time, Tempest.
Huh?
The joke is standing before you, Alistair.
Oh,
Rude.
does anyone still need healing? I'll see if I can't do anything.
I'm all right for now.
I could use some healing.
Alright, come over here, and I'm going to try a first level Cure Wounds.
Does that work?
Java.
Alistair cast it. It does work.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
I was assuming such, considering I did, banish it.
And it
that
worked
didn't.
perfectly fine.
Yeah. But safe than sorry.
Yep.
Use a lower level spell. So.
And now we cast Regenerate. Let's go.
I'm gonna
That was
continue
nice. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just continue to investigate the room I was in.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another investigation. As you walk into that room with your invisibility still up.
That only lasts a minute. It dropped after the
Yeah,
binge.
never mind then. So yeah, you walk in there. The little fairy things keep flying around you, and they're like little lights, not exactly fey in nature. Roll your investigation again. Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Go ahead.
Hold on.
I'm trying to clean myself off.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
All
How
right.
you heal 9?
Tempest is trying to see if he can get the carpet to light on fire.
Why are you doing this?
I don't know. I got sparks. I'm just trying to see if it would work. He's sitting there kneeling on the floor, just
What
zapping
spell?
the carpet. Nothing, just his own natural electricity.
Oh, yeah, no,
Just-
that persists. That works.
Yeah, no, he's just being a goofball.
Okay.
Just sitting there.
But it does not burn the carpet. The carpet appears to be magical.
Ah, that's no fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sneak's gonna investigate the now debone zoned library.
Move yourself back out of there because that's not there anymore.
Debone.
Oh, it's completely gone.
That's what I said twice now.
Yep, just a mountainside.
Oh, so it's just like a mount. Oh, I think you said it was now like open topped rather than.
I can move you
Crumbled.
outside if you want to look, but I can't physically remove the room.
Yeah. Okay, no, I see what you mean. And in that case,
Actually, here, I'll remove... Oh, I can't remove some of the dynamic lighting. It's all linked. So yeah, I can move you out there to the outside if you want to look around.
nah.
Okay.
Sneak will like make sure that Karen's okay, and then start checking out one
Right.
of the other rooms,
Alistair,
like this one.
Mm-hmm.
what were you saying?
Oh, sorry. I was just, actually rolling the healing cure wounds.
Okay.
Just looking at everything. So I don't suppose that the rest of the statues down south and those griffins will come alive like that, do you?
I hope not. That does not sound like a fun time.
I've had enough thrills for today.
Really? That was really short-lived thrill.
It was long enough for me. Thanks. And she'll finish cleaning herself off, and actually, I'm going to investigate the starry room over here.
Wow, those griffins are a lot squeakier than I thought they would be.
Yeah, that's starting to hurt.
How far down is Kion Hills?
What?
How far down is Kion Hills?
Kai
Hello.
on what?
How low
Hell.
is Kai's health?
Oh, yeah, you're right above 50%.
He'll just do a short rest, I guess. Kind of freaked out.
Alrighty. So I want people to move towards the rooms that they are investigating into. Not completely in the rooms, just at the end of the carpet. Alright, so Taryn chose theirs. Sneak, I assume you chose yours.
Yeah, I'm checking out this one.
Alright. Tempest.
He's just sticking around in the main room,
Okay, so not being productive. Alistair.
pretty much.
Pick the room.
Awesome. So, Alistair and Taryn seem something incredibly similar to one another. As you approach over towards this room, you see that there are a hooked bookshelf floating up and down inside of an open, blackish, bluish, purplish looking sky. Have either of you had any interactions with the astral so far?
No.
I would
Already,
assume that Alistair's a very terrestrial guy.
fair enough. So both of you look at it, and you see this wide open platform that is floating there as well, with these periodic straying objects moving through the landscape or the open skies surrounding you. And as you are stepping closer towards it, there are books stuck to bookshelves that just float up and down in this area, as if they're being held in place by that circle. I need a perception check from both of you. Yep.
Sorry, guidance?
Sure. $19. Taryn, you don't notice anything exceptional. Alistair, you notice something kind of strange. I'll move you a bit more forward. Along the side of that circle that these bookshelves are floating inside of, there are depictions of the sun. And you know there's a lot of religious significance to certain individuals of the sun itself. Apparently, it's supposed to be representative of one of the godly worlds. Roll me a religion check.
Can I roll guidance again, or?
Sure. Dirty 20. The sun is supposed to be what people believe is the physical manifestation of the plane Elysium, which is a part of the heavens that the Allfather and Sarenrae both share as their home. Separately, mind you. They're not together, they're separate. And there's a lot of
separate custody.
There's a lot of depictions of that area. And as you look through that wide open expanse, you even see there appears to be a floating island within sight that moves backwards towards a golden gate. But you can't see anything past the gate. Unless, of course, you want to get closer.
So I'm seeing this at like, am I on the platform when I see this, or?
Where you are standing is where you are standing and seeing this.
I'm going to like test the platform with my foot.
Okay. It feels like there's a platform there. And then you step closer?
Yep.
All right. As you move into this area, I need an intelligence saving throw from you.
A dirty 20 again.
What's the D4, the extra +1 for?
Augment.
Augment, okay. Dirty 20 is high enough. You step into the area and you feel a weightlessness that almost panics you for a moment. And then you focus, you're like, okay, no, step down. Oh, step up, step up. Oh, step down, step up. And the more you think about what you are doing, your body responds in this location. It's kind of an odd sensation. And then you're like, forward, and you start moving forward. Backwards, and you start moving backwards. It's odd, but you kind of figured it out pretty quickly.
I was thinking about making a crab meat mustard.
Really, you were?
Somebody said crab meat?
And mustard.
I don't like mustard.
Mustard's pretty aight.
It's aight, but it's not my thing for a lot of things. Mustard aside, I'm going to like just rotate around this thing, just looking at the books.
Okay, roll me an investigation. Alrighty. Now, back to you, Oana, while he's doing that.
Before.
Inside of this area, unfortunately, the books are written in that strange language that you don't understand. And you are flipping through a few of them, looking for pictures or circles or something that might be a bit more representative to you. And you find something kind of strange. There is a room in the book that when you peer at it for a period of time, you start seeing it more physically in front of you. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw.
Sorry about that.
We like giving people shit, dude. You're good. 21. Oana, you feel yourself almost being drawn into that room you see in the picture, but you get the sense in your head that it's trying to force you into that room. So you blink away. Oh, that's dangerous.
Okay. I guess I'm just going to continue to explore the room. keeping an eye out for things like that.
Roll me another investigation, please. Now, Sneak,
Yes.
you're standing where you're standing. Are you moving any more closely to the giant statue of a bird?
Caw. I mean, what's the likelihood of all the things in here being animatronic? Yeah, no, I mean, it's most likely going to come alive, but I'm an inquisitive dude. I don't have amazing wisdom, and I can talk my way out of anything. So yeah, I'm gonna...
As you step up there, you watch as the eyes of the statue open up, and it's clearly bird-like eyes.
Cool.
It takes one step off the podium as it begins crumbling away, and you see it is a full-grown griffin, but a little larger than griffins, at least as far as you think they're supposed to be. You've never seen one, but damn, this thing is fucking huge.
Cool.
And it moves the book closer to you, drops it on the ground, and with one of its talons opens it up to a random page. I need you to roll me an intelligence check.
Really wish I'd taken that headband. Hey.
17. I'm trying to figure out a way that you would understand this as your character. So Sneak, sometimes at night, thought it would be appropriate to hide away inside of libraries, because they don't always check all of the places, and if you need to stow away, it's quiet, you can hear anything coming up on you, and it's easy enough to get lost in them. So a few times you had to go to a library and sign in order to utilize it. This is a sign-in sheet.
Oh. Cool.
And there are 3 names above yours. Or above where you would sign.
Okay, cool. What are those names?
What languages do you speak? One of them you will know, but the other 2 I'm not sure.
I have Common, Infernal, and because I'm a dum-dum and don't communicate with my partners, Thieves' Camp.
All right.
Not Elvish. That would have been useful.
So the first name is Terry Gustovich. You don't understand the origin, and you don't know who it is, clearly. The second name Grognatok Fusto. Again, no idea about the origin of that name, or know who it is. Then the third one, Magum Sangis. Roll me a history check.
So good at this? Nah.
Yeah, you have no idea who that is.
Cool. I'll make a note of them, and I'm like I'm aware of what the concept of this book is, so I go like, is there a pen?
The griffin lowers its head and then plucks a feather and hands it to you.
Cool. Metal. And yeah, Sneak will. Like,
but you don't have ink.
I'm sure I've got something.
Yeah, you got something.
Perfect. I like.
Blood.
No. I was gonna take my Tinder
You don't
box
have blood?
out.
Sneak.
I mean, I do have blood, but I'm not. No, gross.
Never
You
sign
take
your
some-
name in blood.
Fucking stupid.
That's how you get Oana.
That's how you get me's. That's like. Come on. No, Sneak's gonna take some ash and some charcoal from his tinderbox and like spit in his hand, mix it up into like some really shitty black ink, and scratch it in.
You
Do a
sign your
little
name?
bow, yeah.
The
It's not a very
griffin.
neat signature.
watches
It's
you the
there.
entire time, and then after you're done, flips the book, puts it back in its mouth, and is going to vigilantly watch you at every single move and interval that you take while inside of this room.
Yeah, I think Sneak's gonna walk up to the griffin, like, first and foremost, and just, like, do a gentle bow to thank the griffin, and then, like,
Wow.
look over his shoulder and be like, I mean, got to do it once, right? And he's gonna reach out and he's gonna try and pet the griffin.
Roll animal handling.
You make fun of me for telling you to write something in your blood, but you write something in your spit.
So as
Animal
you're
handling, I know what this means. I get a mount.
as you're
Sure.
no 21 means you don't piss it off. It watches you and it rolls its eyes and just lowers its head. It's a lot tougher and more coarse than you would expect, but I mean, kind of suitable. And then after about 3 rubs, you hear the very gentle growl, which signifies you're done now.
Like, fine. I win, though. And yeah, Sneak's gonna start, walking around the room, examining the titles on the shelves.
Roll me an
Seeing if-
investigation.
Oh, God, my int is so shit.
And
12.
this is why Tempest didn't go into any of the rooms.
I mean, you can always try.
He's got
I crit to pet the
is
fluffy
trying.
furs.
Tempest
has a -2 to his intelligence.
Owana is trying. But anyways, guys, I hate to do this, but I have to AFK for a couple of minutes. So we're not going to go on break. Just talk amongst yourselves, and I will be right back, okay?
Hello, the phone is ringing. It's nature.
That was fun.
That was
That was the quickest combat ever.
Sounds like Banish is a nice spell.
yeah.
Banish is a fantastic spell.
I would have thought I would disappear with it.
We were very concerned about that for a moment.
We were like, we need to read this.
I would say value.
At that time, my dog was going berserk, so I had to hobble into the other room and let her out. Then when we came back, I was hearing Banish, or what's going on?
we had enough of Kai. We saw the opportunity.
Nonsense. Tempest was coming for you. You just rolled a 1.
I should have held my action until Tempest's next turn, so Tempest could have gone in there as well.
Yeah. Get rid of 2 members at once. The original plan was I was going to reach down and grab, what's her name? God damn it, Taryn. I was going to grab her, and then next turn I was going to go in after her for Kai, but Taryn managed to pull herself out, and I was like, sweet.
Yeah, she may not know any sort of magic, but she can kind of handle herself sometimes.
Always gotta love the human who's just a plucky human, just, next to all these magical gods, slaying gods right alongside them, even though they got nothing but their own wits and skill. Gotta love that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how she is. She's just like, you know what? like y'all can manage creatures and I can stab it from the inside. How about that?
By the way, Jessica, I noticed letting my big dog out that my little dog peed in big dog's water again.
Oh no!
I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody.
Welcome back.
Okay. So, I doubt I missed anything. Taryn.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's go back to you.
All right. Well, I'm looking at this kind of starry space as well, huh?
That you are.
Yeah, she's had a day, but she's gonna take a look around and try to take a step in real slow. Real fucking slow. And I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything changing or moving or anything like that. Like, it's like half steps.
All right, roll me a perception check.
Perception there.
Yep.
Well.
All right, yeah. You keep tiptoeing. Now give me an intelligence saving throw. Tempest, as you're kind of walking around, you see Terran is just like rotating inside of this room, uncontrollably moving.
Hey, I know how to do that too! And he'll cast Levitate on himself and just start floating too.
You'd think I'd learn at some point. She's like hanging upside down.
Yep.
I'm gonna yell, if I can hear this, I'm gonna yell, just think about it.
Think?
I am thinking about all my life choices up to this point.
Think
Just-
about moving down.
Give me another intelligence save.
Save this time, not a check.
Oh.
No, it doesn't.
Not a check, yeah, save. 21 though, which I think is even better for you. Were you first class rogue or first class fighter?
First class fighter.
Never mind, it's not better for you then. Yeah, you think down and you are now sinking through that little area.
Okay, I'm gonna try thinking forward to check on the books.
Okay. You move forward now, and you are beneath the circle. Like, you're now floating in the astral.
I'm going to up and then over.
Up! And you start...
No!
It's really inconvenient and tiresome. And for you, it takes you a couple of minutes, but you are starting to get the hang of it. It's not something that you can, like, instinctually do yet, but you can kind of focus and try to move. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
And then once I get over to the bookshelf and can touch it, I'm just gonna hang on to it and just...
Tempest just back there laughing at her.
Like a kid learning how to swim in the swimming pool and just using the edge.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty.
I just have splash books to... you know
Nice
what I'm trying
talking
to
to
say.
you. Alrighty. Back up to Awana. What did you roll on your next investigation? Your last one? 10?
Yeah.
Okay. You find an interesting book. Now that you've been in this room for a total of probably 20 minutes or so. This book, as you take it out, appears to be made out of the wood of a tree. Now, not the same way as, paper, Like, no, the cover is made out of bark from a tree that kind of twisted and coiled and is clasping it shut.
Oh.
Where you see pages in between. Parchment.
And it doesn't open to like a small amount of force being applied.
Not a small amount of force, no.
Okay. Can I ask it to open?
Sure. What do you say?
Can I please read you?
Okay. In what language?
I'll do Sylvan, because I know 3.
You say that in Sylvan, and you watch as an eye appears from the bark, looking directly at you.
I look back at it.
Roll a persuasion.
Okay. Finally, something that I'm moderately good at.
23. The eye looks around, and it gives you a look that you can kind of like see, like, shh, don't tell anyone. Very playful. And then the grasps of branches start dislodging one at a time, and you can open it up. And this
Yes.
book is actually written in Sylvan.
Finally, I can read.
Yeah. This appears to be a ledger of who's in charge of which courts for the courts of the Fae, or the courts of the Wild. There are a total of 5 courts inside of it. And it has who is at the top, who is underneath them, who is underneath them, and what specific research development they are in charge of. As each one of the 5 courts actually are research groups, more or less. They're not just LOL, because why not? They frequently research things such as the stars, astrology, the powers of divinity and how it influences and alters reality, reality itself. Like, they are incredibly progressive, but they're chaotic in their research, where sometimes, you know, randomly people are like, oh, well, now you're gone forever.
Can I try to find Alethessa?
Okay.
Just searching.
Roll me an investigation. Okay, I'll get back to you in a moment. Alistair, what'd you roll on your investigation?
It might have been a 20.
Was it? Let's roll and find
Dirty
out.
20?
I don't
It
see an
was
investigation.
18.
Oh, your new investigation was an 8? Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. Yeah, spicy mustard 18. Yeah. So, as you're opening up some of the books and reading them, yet again, they are written in that giant-esque language that is closely associated, or the language that is closely associated with giant, but is the native and almost forgotten tongue of Goliath kind. And you start pulling out some of these books and reading them. And this appears to be a research mapping of the astral sea, or the astral in our community. And it's mapping out the different locations of worlds, the influence those worlds have on Exandria, as well as the influence of divinity upon these worlds themselves. It's kind of interesting to think that there are similar planes of existences to Exandria out there, and these books are actually chartings of where they are physically located in the astral. Roll me a nature check.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Just gonna open that and guidance.
Okay. The best you can figure out, Exandria in association to the next closest world. Now I want to make sure I tell you the proper one. Give me a second for me to go over and look at my notes. To the next closest world, which is simply labeled as Unity. It appears to be physically about 15 years of travel through the astral.
It's just, Alistair's just looking at it and he's just like, huh, we're not alone.
I knew there were aliens, guys.
Please tell me that was a Rick and Morty pull.
Never watched
Somebody.
the show in my life.
Yeah, I
Oh.
haven't watched it in a long time either. I need to see the new seasons. But anyways, yeah, apparently this is the charting of the physical space of the astral as is known. Whoever was in charge of this research, based upon one of the books that you pick up and you look at, they seem to have charted about 10% of what they are referring to as embrace. Which that you don't quite understand. But anyways, that's what you've been doing. Oana, we just did your thing. Taryn, we just did yours. So, Sneaky Boy,
Yeah.
what'd you roll on your investigation? 12?
12.
Now, You start looking at some of the bookshelves, opening up the books, and they're written in this strange language that you don't understand. And then you find in the corner some rolled up scrolls that look a lot newer than many of the other scrolls in here and many of the other tomes. Like these ones that you generally look at are faded, almost crumbly to the touch. They're incredibly old, though well taken care of, you have to admit. I mean, this griffin is doing a fantastic job. But those ones in the corner look almost modern. Like they can't be more than 100 years old.
Modern. Yeah, sure. I'll gently pick them up. I'm, not trying to upset Bird Friend.
All right.
Can I read them?
Yes, they are actually translated in Infernal.
Ah, finally.
Yes.
Some good literature.
I wouldn't go that far. As you begin reading through a few of these scrolls, they're actually referencing specific books on the shelves by book count on row, which when you look, the spines don't have that. So whoever was charting this can apparently memorize the position of each of the books on the shelves and was using this as a ledger to find out what it is referring to in their translation of it.
Good.
One of the scrolls points out breaking a pact with a devil, learning how to manipulate them in order to potentially free yourself of a duty that you are enforced to by them. The next one is... Oh, sorry. Kinks in my neck. The next one appears to be...
Inky.
Appears to be... How do I put this? The theory of breaking oneself out of reality. So, breaking themselves from being tied down to whatever world they are associated with, whatever laws are binded and forced upon them, in order to try to escape from that and be truly free and significant outside of that power. There's a lot of reference notes in here as well, as if the individual had found a multitude of books that could help them out with that. The third one is in permanent replication. The theory of how to create vessels of yourself that are yourself, share all of your memories, share all of your ideals, but how to produce multiples of them instead of being confined to a law that stops you from replicating yourself more than once while existing. And this one has a number of interesting keynotes. Roll me a insight check, Sneak. $18.
Good.
One of the notes on here is the location of a certain clay. The clay is apparently located right outside this tower in the mountain range near you.
Okay.
And apparently, based off of their theory, each one of these individuals would have required about 180 pounds worth of clay, and they excavated almost 1.5 tons of clay from that location.
So there's potentially 10.
20. 2,000.
2,000 pounds per ton?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, wrong unit of measurement. So there's potentially 20 simulacra of this person. Fuck.
Potentially.
Okay.
The clay was just one aspect of it, but apparently they got lucky and found its location.
Cool. So I'm gonna take the scrolls. I'm gonna walk around up to in front of the griffin.
The griffin keeps watching you.
And I was like, "Are these free to leave?" I think the books are not. Understood. And yes, Nick will gather up the scrolls, stuff them into tunic pocket or the inside of his tunic, and just be like, I can't read anything else here, so thank you for your permission of my visit.
They nod again. As you walk out there, you see Tempest is drawing googly eyes on all of the statues.
Good.
Alrighty, who was next in order? I believe Taryn.
Think so. But I know who wrote those scrolls, by the way.
You do, or Taryn does?
I do.
Oh, okay. You sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Taryn,
Yes.
what was your investigation again? 17?
17.
Not bad at all. As you are charting this area, this is interesting. It is a research of the astral as a mapping utility of this location, similar to what I described over to Alistair. However, it has no reference to Elysium or to that divine influence and location. Instead, it has a theory that apparently they were interested in trying out. This was a very, very, very long time ago. You don't even understand the dating that they use. So, apparently, there is this object called the moon. You're familiar with that concept. But there's two of them. And what they're writing down is there wasn't always two. The second moon is actually a rotating platform that was ripped out of a location called Unity in order to stick to that and revolve around the moon so that it can travel across all of this thing called New Embrace. It's kind of strange concept to you to have to decipher and figure out. Apparently, that first primary moon is one of the only objects in this New Embrace that can be seen across all of the planes of existences that they proclaim are around you. And this is the first you're hearing of other places that people live in. That's kind of weird. You always thought, hey, there's a continent. But apparently it's worlds like your own, much in the same manner. So apparently they were theory crafting a way to remove themselves from this location and join that second sister moon and the people who had found a way to live there for whatever reason, because they thought it was curious, it was interesting, intriguing. The last data entry you note is from the individual who owns this tower, whose name is fleeting me right now. Oh, wrong button. I'll open up the page to it real quick. It'll give me a second. Was it this or that? Not sure.
Clemaine Astural?
Yes, Clemaine Astural. Apparently, he had tried to find a way to go there from his current position and location, and was incredibly close to figuring it out as his last data entry. And then after that, it started becoming gibberish. Complete and utter gibberish of whatever he was writing down. Like the individual couldn't coherently develop a actual thought. Roll me an insight check, Taryn.
Inside. There we go. 7.
Yeah, that's about everything you can figure out from this. And during this time, Kai, you successfully had a short rest. I'll roll your hit dice for you.
Thank you.
How many hit dice?
Enough to get my health all the way up.
All the way up, or if you're shy like 2 hit points, would you be okay?
Yeah.
All right, 18. That's 60.
Would drawing googly eyes and mustaches on statues count as a short rest too?
Absolutely. You're not doing anything productive.
Cool. I beg your pardon. Tempest thinks this is very productive.
Sure thing. All right, you use 2 of your hit dice, and you're 4 points shy from maximum. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So yeah. After this hour of research, all of you were doing, Owana, you are going to be the last person in this rotation. So, as you're looking through this book, did you roll another investigation?
Yeah, to find out, to find Alethessa's name. It was
11.
11.
You don't find any reference to Alethessa at all.
Did they ever mention like a different name that they use or had?
Not that she's ever told you. So she does have one. You have no way of knowing it.
Can I ask the book cover again? Hey, do you know an archfey by the name of Alethessa?
The book shuts. It thinks. And then it reopens over to the Court of Nacht. Court of Night. And you look through the book itself. I mean, there is no Alethessa within the actual... the archfey, the upper echelon of them, of the court associated with it directly. Roll me one more investigation.
Okay, I'm gonna use my recap advantage on this one because I'm curious.
Towards the middle of this page, in very fine, very thin writing that you have to like hold up to your eye to look at, almost like you're blind, there is a little writing on Alethessa. Previous Queen of Nacht. Lost from position, betrayed by consort. No longer associated. So she is no longer the Queen of Nacht.
Something to make fun of her about.
Sure,
Rude.
that'll go over well. Owana, you are going to wake up with a few less limbs. But anyways,
And a few
Wake up.
more.
I shouldn't wake up.
You just suddenly realize you've been walking around with freaking Mab in your brain.
So anyways, everybody. You all meet back up in the central location after about an hour of research.
I'm gonna put all the books back, by the way. I had a big pile.
Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you.
Griffin appreciates it.
So yeah, you're all back in the same area now.
So there was 3 more halls we didn't look down, right?
A total of, yeah.
Any of you brainy people want to go poking down there, or are we good?
I don't know. It looks like someone uses. Oh, at least 3 people before us have used this library. There was a sign-in sheet at the one I was in.
I saw another
Yeah.
griffin like the one you had over there. I didn't go down it, but maybe it's similar. Maybe there's more names in that one.
Yeah, who are the names?
So I have Terry Gostovich, Grogentog Frusto, and Majum Sanguies. Anyone have a clue? who those names are? I'm afraid I do not.
Never heard of him.
Taryn and Alistair. You're the only two who have a chance. Roll histories.
Do I get advantage?
For culty shit? Yes.
Retro.
Thought so.
Hey!
Ooh, 15.
All right.
my god!
Alistair, Magum Sangis sounds a little familiar to you. Like, you've heard that name in passing amongst, those people. But it never really stood out to you. Like, the person wasn't directly associated with them, but instead was someone that contacted them once in a while. They had to make money somehow, and yeah. Taryn, Magum Sangis is a big fucking name. You were alive during...
That is a long name.
You were alive during the aftermath of Vecna. And you remember that there was a little bit of a conversation happening around the travelers that you were stalking up within, the territory around Whitestone, where they were hunting down individuals who were influential within their family, over in... Shit, what was the name of that place? World map. Wrong map. World map. Vasselheim. Apparently some of the more noble families that had forsaken their faiths during the time of Vecna, giving Vecna more power, as that's how divinity works. After everything had fallen out, Vasselheim ordered an execution of all of those families. No exceptions. And one of the individuals who was being hunted out towards Whitestone, where you were, was this Magum Sangis. And this kind of stood out to you because all of those years ago, you found out that they were hunting a human boy at the age of 11. Because of his family's mistake. Vasselheim, the rulers of religion. Now, that obviously didn't sit well with you, though you don't have any, you don't have any significant connection to humans back then, but you at least had that it's not okay to kill children thing about you. I mean, 11 in Elven years is your baby. Like, that's baby. And apparently they were hunting him down, and that was the last you heard of him after you killed those people who were hunting the child. Back then, you tried to convince yourself you did it because they were encroaching on your family's territory. But rather, if that was truly the reason or not, is you to decide.
Right, so I will relay all that information over to everyone else, that he had been part of a family that had forsaken their faith in order to give Vecna power. And at the time of when I had heard of him, he was only a child.
Tempest raises his hand. Who's Vecna?
Lich.
I also would like to know this.
Because that means nothing to me. Sorry.
They're millennials, it's okay. Actually, no, that'd be Gen Z. Like, that's...
The easiest way to explain it is Lich with aspirations of godhood.
Right, and pretty much made a mess of Tal'Dorei to the point of where it's taken my entire lifetime for them to get back on their feet. Vox Machina were the ones who happened to take him down, but it wasn't without destruction.
Looks like now we lost.
Yep. And we transitioned back. I'll fix the faces here in a second.
Oh god,
Keep going, guys. You're good.
not my face.
So,
Sounds like someone my parents would be interested in.
just a question. Did any of y'all in the rooms you were in find anything that would help us with our problem?
This could.
Does your problem involve astral sea travel?
Not that I'm aware of.
I
Lovely.
found these. And pulls out
The
a
back?
scroll. It seems to be an index of the books in the library. I can't read any of the text on the spines or in the books, but this is an Inferno and I can read it. A lot of stuff about breaking deals with devils, how to get out of it, how to escape reality. High level shit. Beyond me, for sure. But if someone
what's
can
in
read those books.
What was in Scorpion Room?
Nothing. It disappeared after the creature was banished.
Oh, the book doesn't have.
The entire
Okay.
room crumbled and disappeared. Without the guardian there, it could not sustain itself here.
Is there anything in the index about keeping some sort of demonic or even like a foreign creature to our plane of existence?
Index? What index?
The
The one-
scrolls, index of the library that I found. That's basically what they
Oh.
were, right?
Oh, not really. It was more of an index of very specific things. Roll an investigation, both of you, or one helping the other.
I'm pretty good at finding things.
Yeah, I'll
not,
help.
not my rolls though.
But you're
Yeah,
being
I'll help,
helped,
so
so
yeah.
you roll twice. All right, 17's not bad. There is one theory in here about bound contracts. Apparently, and this is just a theory that the individual who wrote all these notes brought up. If you, how do I put this? Create multiple contracts with multiple entities without their knowing, and those contracts, if they would be fulfilled, would be counterproductive towards the other ones, then it is the entity's decision to not call in the contract fulfillment, which is usually death if you did not fulfill your end of the bargain, because that would join a union between the two worlds, and one of the laws of existence is that union cannot exist. So, for instance, if you make a demonic pact and a devilish pact at the same time, if both those pacts have to be fulfilled upon your death, they will not allow you to die.
Okay.
So that's one way you can kind of force them to be like, hey guys, if you don't do this, I'm gonna die and destroy your world.
I guess that's one way of keeping Baphomet out. But one of us would have to make a pact with Baphomet.
To me, that sounds more like a shortcut to immortality.
Kind of what I was
Worlds
thinking
will-
too.
The two worlds will
You-
not allow you to die, otherwise they will be destroyed.
There are fates far worse than death.
I'm sure, but people like to cheat their way to immortality. Not saying it would be the way I would go.
I'm no genius, but I think trying to outwit immortal, creatures is very difficult. It should probably be a plan further back than A.
Oh, I completely agree, but you know what humans are like. greedy, selfish creatures, always looking for a shortcut.
Always scared of things that are different.
Of course.
Irrelevant to this particular point, but also true.
Is there anything about keeping some sort of creature not from a certain place out of that place permanently?
Alistair, this is actually your realm of expertise. Roll me a religion check with advantage.
Oh, goody.
Because this is the first you're ever hearing about their question in mind.
Why didn't you say so?
18. That's the point of the divine gates. Those are the gates that separate all realities from one another, and the point of tethers. Creatures born of a specific world is stuck and bound to that world. So unless you have one of very specific and incredibly rare items, you can't just go to other realms and worlds, at least permanently. You can only temporarily bring yourself over there, but creatures of specific size of power cannot physically go to places that cannot withstand their power. And that's one of the things that the cult is trying to break. They want to untether Baphomet so it can roam wherever it wants.
Oh, that sounds good.
My only concern is, we might run our way across the world, murking every single cultist of Baphomet, but because he's a demon and effectively immortal unless he's killed somehow, 100 years after we're all dead, he'll just start over again. So the problem isn't really fixed unless we find a way to actually keep him out for good.
We need a permanent solution, not a stopgap measure.
Yeah.
Let's start with preventing the cult from bringing him in before we go down the whole, permanently killing a god route.
We already did that, and I wouldn't say we would kill him. I mean, Jara, do I know anything about the fact that if a creature dies on our world but isn't from our world, that they may not be dead?
Roll a religion check. You're not sure, no. I mean, you're not aware of that as a character.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you haven't dealt with any fiends that you killed and came back to fuck you up yet. Give it time. Give it time.
I wouldn't plan on killing him as the solution. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all want to fight Baphomet? I have stats.
No.
I know.
It has stats. It can die.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, you just need to deal 300 damage to it before it kills you.
300? What? That's a bitch.
It's a random number.
We need to be able to do 1,000 points of damage before it gets a turn. Which I actually do know how to do.
It actually just needs to reach 0 before we do.
Right, so from what I understand, now be patient with me, this is all quite new to me. So, in the room where I was floating upside down for a bit, Clemaine himself actually was trying to find a way to go through these portals and try to. So that is what is keeping everyone kind of in their place. And the cult's trying to go around that. So we need a way to boost those things, or what is our angle here?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Unknown.
Honestly, I have no idea either.
But we do still have 3 more passages to look down, don't we? Maybe
This
we'll
is
find some
true.
more answers.
So either we need to make these gates much more powerful, or what was it, tethering? That we need to make more permanent? Am I understanding that right?
I
Like-
think that's what the cult is trying to do. We want to make the gates not powerful enough to let Baphomet through. But
Oh,
again, this feels
I
very
don't-
high level, sort of cosmology changing things as opposed to just wiping out the cult.
So, I think the gist of it is the cult is trying to sort of fray the divine gate a little bit, at least enough for Baphomet to get through, or untether Baphomet from his original realm. I was thinking something more like what Alistair just did to that creature. He banished it, and it went back to wherever it came from. If there was a way to go a little bit further than that and make sure it stays where it came from, or at least
So what you're suggesting is let it break the gate and then create another gate, essentially.
no, that sounds very bad. And I was thinking something more like, eventually, if we find where it is in wherever it is, I don't know the planes, we could go there and kind of stick it there permanently.
Essentially try to leash it to one spot,
Yeah,
like a dog on a chain.
yeah.
We're gonna need a hell of a chain, guys.
And a footfall of the cat.
Out of character, I got that.
Thank you.
Out of character, I did not.
That was Norse mythology.
How they bound
Oh.
Fenrir.
Yep.
Finrear. Okay, yep.
The
Okay.
beard of a woman, the breath of a fish, and the footfall of a cat is what they used to create the chain that bound Fenris.
Oh.
That's why those 3 things no longer exist in this world.
So
Supposedly.
y'all need cat.
No, the sound that a cat's footfall makes is what it was. It was 3 impossible things that no longer exist in this world because they used it to make this impossible chain.
Oh.
Norse
then-
mythology.
Chain that
Well,
can't be
I can
broken.
tell you one thing: the beard of a woman still exists in Exandria.
Yeah, it does.
And then you have to lose your hand by willingly putting it
Well,
in your mouth.
no, that was Tyr. Tyr decided to do that. That wasn't the
That
whole
was
thing. He
to
decided to do that. so they
in
could find him.
exchange. There was a bargain. Basically, Fenris was like, I ain't coming to y'all. And then Tyr was like, I promise we're not going to trick you. And I'm so sure that I'm going to put my hand in your mouth that you can bite it off if I lie. And
So that
they
was
did
Tyr's
lie. They
sacrifice.
bound him, and then he bit it off.
Gotcha. So, with this realization that you guys have many different options and avenues to take, let's go ahead and go on break so you guys can debate out of character what you want to do and pursue, because I feel like you're going in different directions. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will be right back.